the third day land, life, and the formation of paradise. On the third day of creation, Genesis tells us that the waters were gathered together, dry land appeared, and the earth began to bring forth vegetation. Unlike the second day, this day is called good. Stability replaces separation, and life begins to take visible form. In this series, we are exploring the creation traditions preserved in the legends of the Jews, observing how ancient Jewish interpreters reflected on the biblical text. These traditions are not scripture, and they are not intended to replace it. Rather, they offer insight into how earlier generations wrestled with the meaning and structure of Genesis. When Scripture says that dry land appeared, the tradition expands this moment. It imagines the earth not merely as exposed soil, but as carefully arranged terrain. Mountains rise, valleys settle, and rivers find their courses. The world begins to look inhabitable. Particular attention is given to the Garden of Eden. Ancient interpreters did not treat Eden as a simple setting within the narrative. They described it as ordered and structured, sometimes even layered, reflecting the broader pattern of layered heavens described earlier in the tradition. In this way, paradise becomes more than scenery. It becomes a symbol of intentional design. Vegetation is also emphasized. The earth is said to produce in abundance, suggesting not only beauty but provision. Seeds imply continuity. Growth implies sustainability. The third day, therefore, represents more than biological beginnings. It represents stability within structure. If the second day introduced separation and boundary, the third day introduces rootedness and growth. Division made order possible. Now that order supports life. Ancient readers appear to be asking a question beneath the text. Was creation random or was it arranged? Their answer is clear. The world was not merely made, it was prepared. Even the soil from which humanity would later be formed is described as gathered deliberately. Whether literal or symbolic, the emphasis remains the same. Intention precedes habitation. So what do we observe in this tradition? We see a consistent attempt to magnify the goodness of the third day. The land is stable. Life emerges. Provision is established. The world begins to resemble a place where relationship can unfold. What might this invite us to consider? If creation was structured for flourishing, then perhaps human life was always meant to function within order rather than against it. If paradise was prepared before humanity entered it, then provision preceded responsibility. In the next episode, we move to the fourth day, when the sun and moon are appointed to govern time, and when the tradition reflects on tension even within the heavens. As we continue this exploration, remember, Scripture stands. Legend invites reflection. If this episode helped you think more carefully about the third day of creation, share your thoughts below, and continue with us as we move through this narrative step by step.